phenomenal training to kick off our second Heating Action Call for 2021. Guys, we've got a gentleman on the line who is no stranger to success and no stranger to helping others to be successful. Guys, this gentleman simply believes in empowerment. And guys, he's going to give you the tools that you need to take your business to the next level. Guys, this gentleman is helping and has helped so many leaders in our company to have a tremendous amount of success, including myself, if I do say so. And guys, he's done it before and even more so during this pandemic. Guys, I got to tell you, this guy's leadership, his strategies, guys, they're pandemic proof. And he's duplicated so much success, guys, through developing leaders in the field into diamonds and above in our beloved company. Guys, he himself, through helping others have success, was elevated to become our first and so far only gladiator in all of Six Star, and he's not stopping there. Guys, this gentleman believes in operating in the 3Ms, and he is at 3M status. Well, what do you mean, Pastor Thomas? So glad you asked. Guys, number one, he's a retired Army veteran as a certified master strategic planner. Number two, guys, he got his master's degree in leadership. And number three, guys, this gentleman is none other than our illustrious master distributor of Six Star. Guys, I'm going to bring on to the line none other than the general himself, Mr. Charles Watson. Mr. Watson, are you on the line, sir?
Yes, sir. Pastor Thomas, can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you just fine, sir. Take it away.
Hey, Pastor Thomas, I definitely appreciate, man, you're hosting the call. My co-host with me. I'm sitting back just thinking, I'm like, who you talking about, 50K? Hollering out, who that? But anyway, Pastor Thomas, as always, man, I definitely appreciate what you're doing, man, the things that you're doing for the, not just only for the company, but also for TVM and just working along, the side with me, some things that we're actually working on. And I definitely appreciate you, man. And not only that, but people don't know that you are an all-star in the company. Right now, you are in the top 25 all-stars and above. They put themselves in a position to be in the top 25 in the company, and you happen to be one of the top 25 in the company with your leadership. And not only that, how you growing your organization. And we definitely appreciate you, man, and what you bring to the table. And with that, Pastor Thomas, I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to start out, guys, with the announcement. Don't forget, guys, last week we had the Six Star update call. Okay, but this week, this Wednesday night, we're going to have the Six Star University call. You want to meet us there, guys. This is where the leaders step up to the plate. And this is where the leaders pour into you, the things they know and what got them to the next level. So you want to make sure not only you there, you want to make sure your team there. I always been in the mindset, that a training call, a training events, or things of that nature, they're non-negotiable for me, meaning that I can't negotiate my way out of it. I had to be at that. I had to be on that particular call because it could be one thing that I can hear that can take my business to the next level. It could be one thing that can get me going in the next direction, but you'll never know if you're not on the call. I'm always in a conversation with people, and they saying, how do I do this? What about this? And I'm thinking, if you would have been on the call 2 weeks ago, or you would have been on the call, 3 weeks ago, you would have got this information, and it probably would have helped you getting your business to the next level. Okay, so make sure you support these calls, guys. At Six Star University, with the leaders, diamonds, and above, who train on that call. As I stated earlier, the first Wednesday each month, the view from the top call given by, hosted by your CEO, our CEO, Mr. Devon Cronk, and the COO, Mrs. Kiana Cronk. Okay, Friday morning, we back on, guys, with the coffee shop call. You don't want to miss that coffee shop call. Followed up by the web call Saturday morning, where we're meeting the women at the web. Women exchanging life lesson call, guys. You want to be on that call. Ladies, meet the ladies at the well. It's been a phenomenal call. From time to time, I'm not going to lie, guys. Guys, I find myself sneaking on the call, too, because it's just so strong, so powerful. These ladies are doing a phenomenal job, and I can't wait to the upcoming week. We got a lineup of ladies that coming on the TVM call, so I can't wait till we get some leading ladies on this call here to do their thing, okay? And don't forget, TVM action call every Sunday night, same time, same line. This way you can find us at We're here. We're training. We're doing everything that we need to do to get your business going to the next level. Things not just so much to motivate you, but we always want to figure out a way on how to direct you in the right direction and how to look at your business from a different perspective so you can understand how to run your business, how to work your business, how to strategize your business to get you to that next level. If you're not a part of the TVM Facebook group, the Facebook group page, send me a friend request. That's the group page that I operate. I post everything in the TVM, training, different documentation, documents that can get your business go in the right direction, or some of the training that we had in the past where I released documents. Guys, it's posted in TVM. That's why I operate not on the TVM, but also make sure that you plug into 6-Star. And if you have any team Facebook pages, make sure that you keep your people plugged in, because that's where the information flow is going to be flowed through the Facebook group page. We'll make sure that we keep people off the island by themselves and put them with everyone else. Okay? Guys, last week we had a very, very powerful call last week. Last week I talked about maximizing the contest. Yeah, and what I mean by the contest, for those who's not aware of the contest, we do have a giveaway, here in 6-Star, where we're giving away a lot of money from $500 to $2,500 to Distributor, and also $10,000, which is $1,000 increment, to customer, which the Distributor can be a part of that. And I broke it down, how you can maximize that. I talked about, some of the things that you can say. I gave some examples on scripts and things of that nature on how to take advantage of this contest. A lot of time when we get involved with something, or we participate in some type of contest, we don't understand how to maximize it. Okay, and so that's what that call was about last week, maximizing the contest. But today, what I want to talk about today, on what hold people back. Okay, which is going to go along the line with the contest. But I want to talk about, what hold people back, which is procrastination. I'm quite sure everybody understands procrastination. You know how that works, but guys, this is not the time to procrastinate. Right now, we're in a great space. We definitely do not have time to procrastinate. So I want to make sure that we are all on the same page as we begin to move forward and understanding how to avoid that procrastination, because, guys, we're going to be a $1 billion company. Are you a procrastinate on it, or are you going to be a part of it with us? The choice is yours. It's going to happen. Okay, so what I want to talk about, on how to avoid those things and some of the things, to look out, and not only that, how to master your business 2021. Because it's that time. It's time for you to master your business, guys, in 2021. 2020 is over with. All those things that happened in 2020, leave it in 2020. You can't undo what happened in 2020, but you can make do with what's going to happen in 2021. Okay, but the choice is yours. You can't continue living in the past. You just can't, guys. You got to move forward. Okay, that's why this is the time right now for you to begin to make your adjustment. On your goals. You want to make your adjustment on your goals, not just on your goals, but your course of action. You guys know I'm very, very strong about goal setting. I love goal setting because I know when you set goals, it feels good to accomplish those goals. Not only setting your goals, but I'm very high on a course of action. They go together. Goal, course of action. You can't set goal but don't have a course of action. You can have a course of action, but don't know what's, the goal that you set for the course of action. So they go hand in hand. But a lot of times people, they set a lot of goals, but somehow they forget about the course of action. So you have to ask yourself, in this process going to 2021, what would your adjustment be? What type of adjustment are you going to make? Always tell people do the evaluation, of yourself, do an assessment of yourself. A lot of times people hate to do an assessment, because they're afraid, but they may find. They're afraid that, they may be, exposed to some things that they know they could have did better. Okay. But that's where you want to make the adjustment, because you want to expose yourself so you can know how to build off it, how to make yourself better, and how to get yourself going in that right direction. So I want you to ask yourself what adjustment, when you make going into 2021. Okay? Most people that I know that don't hit their goal, most people don't hit their goal is for two reasons. It's two reasons that people do not hit their goal. One of the reasons they're not doing something right, okay, which is one of the obvious reasons. They're not doing something right, or they're not doing enough of it. Okay, and what I mean by they're not doing enough of it, or they're not doing something right, is that they can be doing a lot of things. A lot of times we get caught up in doing so much. I hear somebody say, you're so busy doing nothing. A lot of times people doing a lot of things. They're doing a lot of different activities, but they're not doing the right activity. They're not doing the activity that's going to generate the results that they want, or the results that they desire. So you have to figure out, what is you doing right, which is easy to identify. They both can be corrected. What is not doing something, doing enough of something, or if you're doing something right, And one of the things that you're not doing right is that you probably not doing the right activity, and those things can be corrected. But they both can be corrected. Let me give you an example. A lot of times you hear people say, or should I say, their goal setting is based off financial. A lot of people set big financial goals. Okay, but the problem with that is that they don't want to do the work or devote the time to, what it's going to take to accomplish those particular goals. Okay, you hear people say they want to generate $10,000 per month. In fact, I was in a conversation with a gentleman a while back, a couple months ago, and a gentleman wanted to generate, $10,000 a month. Okay, and when you're writing this down, you say, okay, this is what you want to generate. This is your goal. Okay. Then the next question is, how much time are you willing to put into to generate that kind of income? How much you're going to devote to it. Well, the gentleman only wants to vote, a couple hours per week. Okay, but he wants to generate $10,000 a month. So when I asked him, I said, well, how much you making on your job? Or you generate that working 40 hours a week? Because I know the gentleman, so I know he's not generating half of that kind of money. But so what you want to take a golden opportunity like this and start out, and you want to generate $10,000 per month, okay? But you only want to devote a couple hours, and if that doesn't work, then it doesn't work for you. But you're willing to work 40 hours, and you're not making half of this right here. It just doesn't add up. So that's what I mean, about they're not doing enough of it, or you're not doing enough of it, when you start, aligning it up. And it just didn't add up. So I said, we can fix that problem. I said, we can increase your activity, put down a strategic plan on how that can happen, but based on what you want, it's not going to happen, okay? Unless you decide to decrease in what you want to generate, because what you want to generate doesn't align up with your activity, okay? This is why you have to make the adjustment, guys. You have to make the adjustment when you're going after particular goals, when you're on a mission, or when you are looking at different contests. You have to make an adjustment. Adjustment is a part of life. Adjustment, is a part of everything. Let me give you an example. Look at it from this perspective here. Most guys on this call, I'm quite sure you guys have flew before. And when a pilot take off, okay, before he leave, of course, he got the route. He know where he's going. How he's going to fly. That's going to be locked in. It's supposed to be locked in on the height, the altitude, what they call it. Okay, and he's going to know the departure. You're going to know that too, and the arrival time, what time they're going to ride. Now, it's not going to always be a smooth flight. A lot of time when you're flying, you run into turbulence. A lot of time you run into storm. They got to go around it. The pilot come on, say, the wind is heavy. Put your seatbelt on. We're gonna try to fly around it. They're gonna do everything that they have to do to avoid that particular storm. Okay. When they started out, the game plan was to have a smooth flight, but they encountered some things. Okay. So what they probably do, raise the flag up, go a little higher. Or go around in order to avoid those the particular challenges, but they made the adjustment to arrive on time. They're going to come back on and say, we're going to make up the time. Okay, we're going to make up the time so we can get you there on time, so you can catch your connecting flight. They made the adjustment. Likewise, guys, you have to make the adjustment with your business. You have to do the proper assessment in your business so you can know what type of adjustment needs to be made. That's the only way you're going to be able to make the adjustment is based off an assessment. How many of you say it to yourself? that changes come in your life. And not only your life, but your business for 2021. Everyone makes a New Year resolution. Every New Year, it's the same resolution. How many of you going to make the adjustment to make the changes so you can have those things that you speak of, that you want to come into your life? What kind of change are you going to make? But if you procrastinating, it's not going to happen. That's why you can't continue to procrastinate, guys. One of the things that I do know, that procrastination, it would cripple your business. You hear me talk about this all the time. It will handicap your business when you procrastinate. Because when someone procrastinating, guys, guess what? There's never enough time to do anything. Have you ever heard that? They never have enough time. They can do everything but the right thing. Did you get this done today? Oh, no, I got around to it, but I got this. Did you get, okay, are you on track with your goal? Well, they're procrastinating, guys. And you continue doing that, what's going to happen? That's another excuse that you had for yesterday that you're going to have today. But the way you avoid that, to make the adjustment so you can get on track to eliminate the procrastination. And that's the only way you're going to be able to avoid that. But you have to stop procrastinating, especially in this business here, what we're doing right now, if you want to, be one of those elite, be the leaders, and not only that, generate the type of income that you desire. Do you guys realize that last month, I know Mr. Crump talked about it, last month, it was our biggest month. Guys, every month is the biggest month. This month here, we expect, double the amount of last month, this month, guys. So that means that this month is going to be the biggest month. It's going to be the biggest month. You have to put yourself in a position where you're able to benefit versus cheerleading everyone else and watching them benefit. Guys, we want to make sure everybody wins. This business is not about, Pastor Thomas. It's not just about myself. It's not, about the leaders on this call here. It's about you guys. It's about everybody win, because when one win or everyone win, we all win. We all win together. Why? Because we're one company. We had our strongest month through sales, not recruiting. But we all winning. You all can take credit for that. But you can't continue procrastinating. That's why this is the time to take your business to the next level. You got to get it to the next level. And guys, when you're doing that, one of the things that you want to do, taking your business to the next level, you want to kick it off like right now. Like taking advantage of this 6-star with a 2021 kickoff giveaway. you want to take advantage of that, guys, because we're on to something. But if you don't take advantage of it, then you will be left out. When you take advantage of this contest, it's going to put yourself in a better position. It's going to put you in a position to benefit 3 ways. You're going to be able to benefit 3 ways when you take advantage of this contest. First, what's going to happen when you take advantage of it, you put yourself in a position of giving yourself a chance to be in the top 10 of the contest giveaway. For something that you're supposed to be doing anyway, which is moving product. So it's going to put yourself in a position when you take advantage of the contest. The second thing is going to happen, you're going to generate more commission. And what I mean by more commission, where the commission that you're making of every product that is sold, and not only the commission that you're making off the product, but the commission, or should I say the bonus from the contest. And that bonus is going to pay out between $500 and $2,500 at 10 levels. The previous contest, it only paid out with the top 10 was on the list, but only the top 3 benefit from the contest. And the payout for that was $500, $750, and $1,250. This one here goes from $500 to $2,500. So now you have opportunity to benefit, in that top 10. Okay? Lastly, what's going to happen with the beneficiary, benefiting the 3 ways, is that it's going to add more customers to your business. Meaning you're going to have more people, buying your product, which could be a potential, recurring customer that's going to come back month in and month out. That's what you want. But many times what happens during a contest, majority of the distributor, what they do, they don't believe that they can compete, guys. Majority of the distributors that participate in the contest, they do not believe that they can compete. They believe everyone else can win except them. When they say the top 10, I know I'm not going to be in the top 10. We got Letitia. We got, Pastor Taylor, all them guys over there. Oh, no. And they bank out. They give up before they get started. That's not where you want to give up at. There's a time when you should be getting started. Why? Because everyone can participate and win. It's not based off, organization. It's not an organization contest. It's not where, your organization generate the most customers. You win. No, guys. It's based off individual, based off your effort, based off the people that you're bringing to the table to purchase the product. People spend a whole month celebrating everyone else. They're trying to figure out how to get started. And by the time they figure it out, the contest is over with. Everyone has the same opportunity with this contest. I mean, everyone. You just have to line yourself up with, how you conduct your business. What is your action? That's all you have to do. If you want to be in the top 10 guys, your action has to reflect it. You really got to get out there and get it done. This contest is wide open right now. As I stated last week, you don't have to have an organization get in the top 10. Let me break it down for you. You guys know I love to give you examples. I love to break things down because I want to make sure it's crystal clear. Let me break it down for you, okay? On January the 6th, the top 10 list was released on January the 6th, okay? The number 2 spot, Jeanette Beasley, the number 2 spot, she had 34 customers over a 6-day period, okay? Over 6 days, she generated 34 customers. Now let's break it down, which is an average about 5.6, customers per day. That's the average. Okay, it's a total of 31 days in this month. It's 31 days in this month. 5.6 customers times 31 days. That's 173 customers for the month. That means that if she's the number 2 right now, and she maintained that status, and everyone else maintained their status, where in order for you to participate, at least to get in the top 3, you got to have at least 173 customers. That's just based off the average. Okay? So what I would do, I would put together a game plan based off the top average, the top spot. Okay? And the reason why I said the number 2, because, somebody named, Pastor Tatum Beverly, they on something else. Okay? They way out there. Okay? But they can't be caught, okay? But I want to keep it simple where people can understand, based off the small numbers, okay? So if 34 is done in 6 days, you're talking about 5.6 per day over a total of 31 days, come to 173 customers. And if you put together a game plan on how you can generate at least 173 customers, based off what is done right now, that will put you in the ballpark. But remember what I said about earlier, about the airline. Everything is started on track, but they may encounter some things where they had to change their speed. They had to go around things. Well, even though I'm staying 173 customers right now, but when the next list is released, then you want to do the exact same thing. You want to take the average of those, that second level, take that average, okay, and divide it by 31 days, and that's going to give you the new numbers, okay? The average of what's going to take place, what you need in order to get into that position. Because every time Mr. Crump posts that, the number's going to vary. It's going to change. It may increase. I doubt it would decrease because I know a lot of people this week is on the run, but it may increase, okay? So you want to look at that average. And if you stay on track with that average right now, based off the average, if you are producing 5.6, customer going to your website per day, that's going to put you on track to be in that top 10. Now, keep in mind, it's not costing you anything. It's not costing you a dime to do this, okay? However, you're going to generate those 2 ways I talked about. You're going to generate off your commission, and you're going to generate anywhere between that 500 to that 2,500. That's where you're going to generate. Okay? I was in a conversation with someone last week, and they asked me and said, what is Pastor, Tater, and Miss Beverly, Mrs. Beverly, what are they doing, to get those customers, get so many customers? That was the question was asked to me, and what I told that person, I said, well, it's no secret. It's nothing magical what they're doing. They're putting in the work. They are putting in the work. And then I explained to them, and I broke it down, is that what they're doing, they're picking up the phone, and they're making a phone call. They're not relying on one method. They're not relying on one avenue. They're focused on the phone call because guess what? When you're talking to someone and they hear the passion from your voice on the other end of that phone, it's hard for them to tell you no. But sometimes when you run behind a text, sometimes they don't take it as serious as you pick up the phone and call them. And what they're doing, they're picking up the phone and they're calling them. While everyone else is trying to figure it out, he already don't figure it out. What they're doing, when I talk to Pastor Tater, one of the things that they're doing, they already know how many calls that they're going to make per day. They already know this. They already know, and in fact, we was on the call at 10 o'clock last Wednesday night. And Beverly was on the call calling people and getting customers at 10 o'clock at night. See, they already know that they're not going to sleep till they make X, Y, and Z calls. They already understand how many customers that they're going to get for that particular day. And they're not going to go to sleep until they actually reach their goal. That's their game plan, guys. They're just doing a lot of it. They're multiplying, what the normal people are doing, that they think they're doing a lot, they just multiply it. So when people are doing 5, 10, 15, 20, they're doing 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay? Why? Because they're picking up the phone and they're calling people. They set their goal per day. These are the amount of people we're going to call today. These are the amount of people we're going to contact. Okay? This is how many, out of all the people that we contact, we expected to receive these amount of customers that are going to our website. And we're not going to bed until we get it done. Okay? They're going to work. And guess what? The end result, they're in the number one spot because of what they're doing. So if you really want to know what they're doing, guys, go to work. Set your goals. Set your goals. So how many people you're going to call per day? How many people that you're actually going to sell the product to per day? Okay? And hold yourself accountable. Make the sacrifice. You know what? Before I go into the house, I'm going to make sure I do X, Y, and Z. Before I shut it down, I'm going to make sure that I do X, Y, and Z. You're only making a sacrifice for 30 days. Or in our case right now, it's 21 days left in the month. You have to get yourself in the mindset that, you know what, it may be a little pain right now, but when I continue pushing through, the end result's going to look good. That's what separates them from everyone else. They're getting it done. They understand what it takes to get it done. But guys, like I stated earlier, we all have the same opportunity. We all can get it done. It's how bad do you want it? You can be in the top 10 just like they're in the top 10. There's no one that in that top 10 better than no one else. They're just getting it done. And in order for them to make it happen, you have to get it done. Guys, for those of you that are participating, that are actually a part of the 50 and higher club pen, the pen will be here the first week in February. So for those of you that already qualify, in the customer club, the 50, the 100, the 250, the 500, the 1,000, those pens, lapel pen will be here on the first. For those of you that are not in, if you have anyone in your organization that somehow I missed, that they're in the club, just let me know. Send me the email. I can go check it in the back office, and we'll make sure we add them to the list so they can get that pen. Guys, I hope that helps you guys. Don't want to stay on the phone long, but don't forget the upcoming call Wednesday night, which is the 6-Star University call, Friday morning, the coffee shop call, Saturday morning, meet the women at the well. Until next week, the same time, same line. This call here is officially over. You guys have a blessed night.